Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here again today. In life, we all have moments when we're pushed to the edge, moments so dark we feel like giving up entirely. Today's story is about someone whose life was changed by a single, late night phone call. A few days ago, I received a shocking letter from a listener. Hello, I'm a 32-year-old freelancer. Around this time last year, I was thinking about ending my life. I'm not exaggerating. I truly was. At the time, this person had just lost their business and was buried under more than 200 million won in debt. They had started an online store in their late 20s, but after the pandemic, it completely collapsed. I was getting about 20 debt collection calls a day. Overdue credit cards, overdue loans, unpaid rent. Even turning on my phone was terrifying. I couldn't tell my parents. Their only joy is being proud of me. And then came another blow, the end of a 5-year relationship. Their partner couldn't handle the financial stress and walked away. The last thing she said was, "Being with you makes me feel like I have no future." That moment, everything just fell apart. I lost my business, my love, and my credit. The breaking point came the following week when they received an eviction notice for their tiny one-room apartment after 3 months of unpaid rent. It was that night, a cold November night. I had already packed my things and had nowhere to go. It felt like it was all over. And then I started having thoughts I shouldn't have. That night, at around 2 a.m., they had made up their mind. I was going to the Han River. Really, I was about to leave my apartment when my phone rang. At that hour, they assumed it was yet another collection call. But the caller ID was different. It was a mobile number starting with 010. I didn't recognize it. Normally, I wouldn't have answered, but for some reason, I did. On the other end was the voice of a middle-aged man. "Hello, is this Mr. Kim?" "Oh, I'm sorry to call so late." It was a wrong number. He was trying to find a high school friend after 20 years. I told him I wasn't that person, but then he said something strange. "You sound tired. Are you okay?" Hearing that warm voice in the middle of the night, in the middle of an empty street, they broke down. I just started crying. I told him, "Yes, I'm having a really hard time." And he said, "If you have a moment, I can listen." They ended up talking for over an hour. To a complete stranger, they poured out everything. I found out later that he had gone through the exact same thing 20 years ago. A failed business, massive debt. He could hear it in my voice because he had been there too. He told me I had nights like that myself. The man's advice was simple but powerful. "Young man, it may feel like everything's over, but it's not." I wanted to die back then too, but looking back, that was rock bottom. Once you hit the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. And then came the surprise. He suddenly told me to come to his office the next morning. I didn't know him at all, but he said he could give me a job. At first, it seemed suspicious, but at that point, they had nothing left to lose. The next day I went. It was a small trading company. He was the CEO, and he actually hired me. The salary wasn't much, but he provided a place to live. He was like an angel. That night, a step toward the Han River had turned into a new beginning. It's been 2 years now. I've paid off half my debt, and I've met someone new. Most importantly, I've found a reason to live again. Have you ever had a moment like that? A moment when you thought it was truly the end, but help came from the most unexpected place? Or perhaps you were the one who made that call for someone else. Life can hold such dramatic turns. I'd love to hear your stories too. If you're going through a hard time right now, remember this: the moment you think it's the end might actually be the start of something new. And maybe without even realizing it, you could be the lifeline for someone else. Thank you for listening today. Please like and subscribe so more people can hear stories like this. I wish you a good day tomorrow. Goodbye.